Daniel chapter 5 and verse 11, it says, there is a man in your kingdom in whom is the spirit of the holy God. So Daniel has the spirit of the holy God. In the days of your father, light and understanding and wisdom, like the wisdom of the gods, were found in him. And King Nebuchadnezzar, your father the king, made him chief of the magicians, astrologers, Chaldeans, and soothsayers. Inasmuch as an excellent spirit, knowledge, understanding, interpreting dreams, solving riddles, and explaining enigmas were found in this Daniel, whom the king named Belteshazzar. Now let Daniel be called, and he will give the interpretation. So Daniel had knowledge and understanding and the wisdom of the Babylonians. He was trained in interpreting riddles and explaining enigmas. In other words, he was trained in the dark arts of Babylon. In fact, he was such an expert in his field, he was made the head of the astrology department. He was made the chief of staff in the city hall department that was in charge of the magicians and the astrologers. Now, although he didn't practice them, we believe he didn't practice them, Daniel was definitely not ignorant or naive concerning occult practices of Babylon. He was trained in it. He was fully baptized into the Babylonian culture. But the power he leaned on was from God. Nobody could deny that. He had the spirit of the holy God. So the king was offering these 4 Jews upward mobility. You could have success. You could have power. You could have influence. You could be rich. But you got to learn the culture. You got to speak the language. You got to dress like us. You got to have you got to assume identities of Babylon, of the world. And you got to work among Babylonian pagans, in Babylonian jobs, in Babylonian offices. And guess what? Daniel cooperated. Yet, he didn't lose his consecration of his holiness.